Welcome back to Calmly Aligned. Today we are talking about a topic that touches most of us. It's about a continent that's the fastest growing, the youngest, and the most vibrant, if you ask me. Our beautiful continent of Africa. I'm Samantha.
Amanda.
Priscilla.
So, how are we feeling about Women's Month? It's a wonderful time to be alive and be a woman in this day and age. What special things are we doing? What are we teaching our kids about the journey of being a woman? How are we showing up as women in this day and age? To our to ourselves, our kids, our family, when we go to work, in all the spaces we exist.
I think for me, one of the things that stood out for me was realizing that it's starting to mean something. Okay, I think last year, my daughter, I remember her telling her dad, Mommy shouldn't cook today. Let's go to the kitchen, let's make breakfast. Two things that she does, like on Women's Day and I think Mother's Day. So there was something happening at school. And I was starting with my things of, no, you see, that morning there's something going on. I'm going to be very busy. She said, Mommy, they said you have to be there. If you're a woman, you have to be there. You have to show up.
Yeah.
And I just remember feeling like, how can I, at this age, start to show this little person that something that clearly means something to her, that she's clearly
It's not a big deal.
taking,
I know.
she's taking seriously, that it's not that big a deal. So yeah, I made an effort. I made an effort to show. I didn't stay long, but I made an effort to show. And I was so touched.
Nice.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I love it that that school event that they held on Women's Day. I love that my son is one who made sure I showed up.
Too cute.
It's so sweet
Mm.
because normally you'd think, oh, he's not a female, he will not connect so much, but he was like, you have to come, it's Women's Day. And then I was like, oh, I have to go to work and whatnot. He was like, no, you love work more than you love me.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to go show up for some time, even though I had other responsibilities. I had to show up for my baby, and I enjoyed. I love it that the
And
schools are taking.
I love that the schools are doing.
Yeah,
Yes, I
they're
was going to
being
say
so
that.
intentional about Women's
Yeah,
Day.
and I love that they're showing these young boys, that something like this should be held in high regard.
Yeah,
It instills something in them that they will carry, hopefully, into their lives, into being better men, stronger men,
yeah,
more understanding, more sensitive, towards, and are more appreciative.
yeah.
Yeah, being a woman is a big deal.
Right?
And I love that we're speaking about Africa today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Africa is catching up. It's
Yes.
trying. We have taken the strides. You can see them. You can see the fruits. I enjoy being a woman
Yeah.
in Uganda,
Yeah.
in Africa. So yeah, I show up.
I mean, the
I try to
motherland. Yeah.
to look organized. Sometimes you as a woman, I'm trying to set a trend of looking organized.
Yeah. It's
I'm
so
curious though, for yourself, because for all the young people that are watching and looking at you, where is that coming from? Where do you feel like it's most, or is it a good mix of both?
I think it started out not for myself because me, I'm very comfortable and organized. But the reception you receive when you're organized is different. It's top tier.
yeah.
The
Really?
respect,
Yes.
the
You attract what you
yeah.
project.
When you present, they say dress how you want to be addressed. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. When you present yourself organized,
Oh, I think I
you
need to catch on
you
to
get
this thing.
received organized
Oh.
So
with
back
respect. Yeah, all
Yes,
those
sorry
things.
for cutting you off. Back to that topic of being a woman and being African. It's so interesting that when people talk about women empowerment, the conversation is usually as if Africa is lagging behind. But if you look at the statistics, there's so much representation of women in the right spaces. Like in Rwanda, the female representation in parliament is almost 50-50, if not more. I need to fact check that, but they're doing so well in uplifting women in political spaces, in high offices, and so is it in Uganda. I love that being a woman in this time and age, an African woman, is such a beautiful experience right now.
Yeah.
What
Wow,
what do you think about being
that's amazing.
African and being a woman at the same time?
Two things. For a long time, Africa was portrayed as an underdog. Same thing with women being categorized as what's that category that I forget, but basically being seen as weaker.
Fragile.
Yes. So I love what a time it is right now to come into your own, both as an African and as a woman, to appreciate such a rich background and to not shy away from it. Like I feel so happy seeing like this at an event, seeing women wearing their natural hair, something that, there was a point in my life where looking around me, I saw more
Relaxed
relaxed
hair,
hair. That was the norm.
chemicals.
That was the norm. The person who stood out with her was considered shabby, was considered
Yes, unkempt.
unkempt. Like there was some negative connotation to it. So I love how we are embracing who we are entirely and just loving it and also appreciating ourselves. And yeah, but also what you said about more representation in different fields.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that little girls get to see that your sex doesn't determine your capability.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important for us to have as much representation of that as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going back to the school event, we were graced with the presence of Miss Betty Kamya, the former IGG. I was so excited to see her there. It was such a beautiful. I'm so proud of schools amplifying the voices of young girls, of women, encouraging little girls that they can achieve whatever wild dreams they want to achieve. That's such a powerful message for little brains that are growing up.
And representation from the diverse, wow, like PhD holder, like you said, former, and then there was someone from entertainment,
Yeah.
and then there was someone, I loved it.
A doctor,
I loved
medical doctor.
a medical doctor. I loved it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Amanda, what makes you proud to be African?
Proud to be African. I feel like being African is who I am. It's all I know.
Yeah.
So it's been natural. The pride of being African, I think, was amplified when I was outside Africa.
Yeah.
Because then you try to look, you're like a representation, you're like the representative, they own the face of Africa they know.
Yeah.
The first person they're meeting, the questions they're asking. So that's where the pride comes from.
Yeah.
When everyone knows about everyone else but you, and you're the one that is now given the floor to present, it's an amazing experience. I think that's where the pride of being an African in me
And
came
realizing
out.
how rich our heritage is.
So
Yeah, and in fact, I was
beautiful.
with a friend of mine. A friend of mine, I met her cousin, and she was telling us, she was like, "Ah, Wanai, this is Basama. They think for them they're more African than us." I'm like, why? How do you know I'm Sama from a normal person? She was like, "Achola, she's like, now you see how you're dressed. She's like, you're wearing African sandals. You're wearing. I had I had the band, the Uganda band. She's like, I had those days. I used to like They used to have, my friend used to bring me the matte earrings from Kigali. She was like, you're all looking like you're too African. Like And I
Is
think
there
that
such a thing as being too African?
I know. And I think that comes from being away. When you're away, you always look for
Yeah.
souvenirs, something to
Yeah.
remind you of back home.
Home,
And
the
yeah,
food. Oh my God, I love being Ugandan. I love living in Africa. The food tastes rich, organic, so sweet. Our bananas, our fruits.
imagine I didn't even used to like the groundnut sauce until I went to Kenya and we had like culture day. And Ugandans, that's what they were selling. Rolex and Binyebwa. It has never tasted so nice. I've never looked back.
From Benyevo.
Yeah.
Even when I step out of Uganda for a week, I get so miserable because the weather, I miss the weather. Even just a week makes me so homesick.
Yeah.
I miss the food, the weather, the people. Africans are the best.
Yeah.
Very, very diverse and very different, yet very much the same.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about food, like you see so many similarities in the food across. And I love how each of these different cultures just have the same thing, but just add their own something. Anyway, I love learning. And it's so fascinating. I don't know. I had never realized this fascination that I have. I don't know that it is more or less than people who are not African. Like I love to see different cultures, the way they're preparing something that maybe I know I've seen.
Yeah.
The art, the representation, like the art, the music. Right now there's a huge movement of Afrobeats, and
Yeah.
I love to see
That's
it.
all I listen to. I
I
can't stand any
love
other
to see
music.
it. And me, I still like my old school,
Mm-hmm.
but I really appreciate. I appreciate that everywhere you go now, you'll hear it. The same way we used to listen to, say, what? What are the different
House,
genres? Yeah. House, R&B, and hip hop.
country, those who love country. I'm not a country girly.
Now to see that Afrobeat is something that's on the tip of everyone's tongue
Yeah.
makes me so happy.
Yeah. It's a great time to be
I
African.
love that now. There's something that I remembered. I was watching a video, and basically, it was someone whose page is dedicated to going back to all the different hairstyles from all the different cultures,
Mm-hmm.
all throughout Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they explain it, how they explain why they're using that particular type of hair as the extension, how they explain, what the style means. Did you know that all these different styles could like Bantu knots? I found it so interesting that the size of the Bantu knot
Mm-hmm.
could represent the mood, apparently,
Oh.
like the mood, and there's something else they mentioned, the mood, as well as what they were trying to communicate, I think, something like that. But it's so fascinating, and I love to see that we are coming up to represent Africa. We are moving away from the time when Africa was seen as this sad video with a Muzungu narrating,
Hunger and
hunger and
poverty,
poverty and just problems,
flies
to
all over
having us
little kids.
now get our own voice and speak through our own personal experiences and understand. I love that so much.
And be proud to be African.
Yeah.
I only have one call to action to our leaders is to work on the African Continental Free Trade Area. We need to be able to move around the continent freely without visa limitations. I'm so happy that South Africa is working on something between Uganda and South Africa to allow us to go there without
Without
visas.
visas.
This will it will help with the women empowerment movement, help African women entrepreneurs move from Uganda, go to Nigeria, do business in Ghana, do business in Congo, come back, go freely without any restrictions. And that is something that we need as Africans. We have a very big market. I read an interesting statistic that in 2050, we're expected to see 1 in every 4 people will be an African.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So, guys, Africa to the world.
So maybe another call to the leaders.
Yeah.
Because you see, we have leadership sometimes. Many people are disoriented with leadership because you feel betrayed.
Yeah.
The forests are now no more.
Depleted.
The resources are depleted, and it's not even for any real cause, because we don't see what
value.
the value or what it has helped, right? So yeah, so maybe we need like leaders. I love the West Africa that's taking back the reins to its country.
To their resources.
Yes, their resources. They're taking things back.
Yeah.
Like so, we pray. We can only pray to the Lord at this point that we also get there.
Starting with
So
what? Starting with going back to the original names?
not even limiting the interference, because there's so much interference of the Western world in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For our children who are growing up with seeing so much of other representations on the media, how do you want to teach them about Africa? And basically, first answer maybe that part.
There's this award there's this award show I saw. There was a guy that was giving an award, and he was getting an award. He was Filipino, and he was saying, I want to complain and say, I never saw people looking like me on TV growing up. But that would be a lie, because the only channel we watch at home it was a Filipino channel. The mom only watches Filipino movies, Filipino.
Basically, Filipino all the way.
Yeah.
So she's like, I grew up seeing myself on TV.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing you can do for Africa. We have
Yes.
African stations, they're there.
Yeah.
We have African music, it's there.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is plug it in.
Yeah.
Change the channel. The kids will catch up.
Yeah. So it's about communicating the whole idea about being African, what that means, being proud of your hair, being proud of your food, being proud of your heritage, your culture.
Yeah, and I think it's better to communicate by demonstrating.
Okay.
Because most kids learn. They watch.
And being curious to learn,
Yes.
to continue to learn. Because I remember in school, yes, we did learn about Ugandan history, but we're also learning now, like for me, who did history all the way up to A level, we were doing a lot of European history and, going really in depth. Like, I want to see that also happening for seeing like Africa taught the way that these, oh my God, some of
I
the
think
topics.
we teach it. In Africa, we teach it. I did international relations, and we learned the theories, like the African theorists. We learned the Pan-Africanists. We learned about them, both the ones here and the ones away. In Africa, I think what our education system has done is pump us with knowledge.
Yeah.
Some irrelevant, but we have the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's just when we go out there, people don't know about us. For instance, I was in a class, I was in a language class. And language classes, if you watched Mind Your Language, you can see the interaction that is in such classes. So I was the only African in that class. So we're talking about, I had gone to visit, I think, Barcelona. No, I was going to go, and they were talking about this architect, because Barcelona is known for its buildings. And I had never heard of the person before. So I asked, who is that? They're like, oh my God, you do not know? I was like, mister, do you know anything about where I come from? It's the entitlement that was confusing me. I was like,
Yeah.
I honestly do not have an idea.
Yeah.
I don't even think I knew Barcelona was a city before I went there. Back then, that's like 20 years ago. I didn't know. I discovered it and I liked it, and that was it. But I didn't know the history of knowing the architects.
Yeah.
Like, there are some people that are standoffish about knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, all you need to do is teach. You don't need
Like
to show off. If you
snobbish.
know, that's well and good. But be humble enough to share the knowledge and share it in a way that's palatable.
to ask.
Yeah, if I ask,
To the curiosity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about a person I had never, I can't even remember his name. And I have been, but
It's interesting that you mentioned we've been told about all these important figures in African history, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, but there's a missing piece. We never hear about the great African women. Do you know any great African women in history?
Mandela,
Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela,
There are very
the
few.
first Liberian president. So the history are taught, the women, because it's a patriarchal society, the men were always at the forefront. That's, I think, where you get those sayings of behind every strong man, there's a woman, there's a strong woman, I think it comes, the women have always been a support figure. But now, at least we are moving in the right directions. There's women coming out. We have women, empowered women in politics. They say the
Yes.
government of Rwanda is full of women in
Yes.
parliament, more than half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a great time to be an African woman.
We even have women pastors. You know, there's the time pastors were not, like, especially in those traditional churches, women were not allowed to speak
Wow.
in such platforms.
Mm.
But we've progressed and we need to go further. So, yeah.
So it's important for the voices of African women to be highlighted,
Amplified, yes.
amplified
And
in
yet
school.
women are accorded a lot of respect, which I love, even culturally.
Yes.
But yeah,
But you know, even at weddings, I just realized, like, there's women were not allowed to attend their children's weddings.
You're supposed to stay in the house.
You stay in the background.
You
Even now, some still uphold it, but these days, how
And
can
yet,
my mother be
in
in the
Buganda
background?
at Kwanjula's, the mama really stays in the house.
Can you imagine?
But what I love counter to that is that every time that she's mentioned, the person mentioning her needs to kneel down out of
Wow.
respect.
Nice.
And I learnt that only at my Kwanjula when I noticed that the speaker, who happened to be my uncle, every time he mentioned Mummy, he said, in accordance to our culture, when you mention,
Wow.
we need to kneel down.
Yeah, because the
Wow.
mother's role needs to really be
It
honored.
needs to be honored.
That labor, the silent labor that women carry in raising children is something we need
So
to
there are so many little things that we don't
appreciate.
understand, but then there are also so many things that counter that show you that it wasn't. Yes, we were not given much limelight, but the respect is accorded. But also not to say that there are also some cultures which
What we have played in
our
that
contribution
bad,
our contribution in the narrative that has Africa portrayed as this desperate.
the stereotypes.
And isn't it interesting that when Aisha Speed, the famous YouTuber, came to Africa, the whole, noise around, oh my God, is that what Africa really looks like? They have buildings, they
Imagine.
have roads,
In
they have internet.
2025.
Guys,
Was it 25 or 6?
come visit the Pearl of Africa.
And I liked how he did it because I watched some of it. It wasn't, there's some people that are disingenuous. Now they try to say, this is Africa, and this is Africa, and they only show the hotels.
Yeah.
I like that he was immersed in the culture. He went to the normal people, the markets.
He was
Yeah,
on
he was on
ground, real
ground. That's
moving
the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
He was on ground. He didn't just
He ate the
Glo-
street
yeah.
food. He danced with the
wasn't glossing over
locals.
the normal Africa. Yeah, and I think that's the best way to experience Africa.
Yeah.
Authentically, on ground. Interact with the people. We have
We
really
have a
beautiful
lot to
people.
offer.
We have very kind people.
Yeah.
The culture generally.
Beautiful
Very welcoming.
landscapes.
Yeah.
Mountain gorillas. Beautiful nature.
By the way, real breathtaking sights.
Yes.
Like even when you're looking outside, like so many times I'll see a place outside of Uganda and I'll be like, wow. So even when we are thinking of going out there to experience things outside of Uganda, for me personally, my dream is to start with Uganda. Once I have seen every corner, then I want to just go to all these different corners in Africa, in our continent. I want to experience cuisine. I want to touch some fabrics, like that mud cloth from Mali. Like, oh, it's a dream of mine. I just want to, like you said, immerse yourself and just be on ground and see all these different things.
There's this great migration that happens in Kenya. The great migration of the animals. Oh my God, I want to see that before I die.
I heard it was getting interrupted by the road construction.
Oh no.
I think I read somewhere that they are not getting as many animals.
Oh
Oh
no.
I
my
don't know
God,
if it's
that's
the Tanzanian
heartbreaking.
side or the Kenyan side.
No, we need to do more to protect what we have in Africa. That's
So you
another
wanted
call
to
to
watch that?
action to all of us as
You want to
as
experience
Africans.
that?
I want to experience that great migration. It is so beautiful.
Really?
It's like God showing off. Oh my God.
I want to experience food. That's why
I'm like Amanda.
That's why
I'm like Amanda.
I went
I
to
want to test everything, go everywhere, try everything.
right. You know when you
Yes.
go places that they take you to museums. Oh my god, are boring. All I want to do is eat,
That person in the
listen to
market.
music,
Yeah, dance with
interact with the
people.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I want to experience that. I like that. I only know I can't say I've been to West Africa. I understand East Africa. I understand the South, but yeah, I know West Africa from the movies.
The
So
food in West Africa, my God, is to die for.
I know I've eaten
The
jollof
jollof
rice.
in Ghana, guys, you kill it with your
Stop,
jollof.
is it? I know there's that thing, whether it is what
yeah.
Nigerian.
Ivorian
Cameroon
jollof,
over.
Cameroonian. Which one did they say is the best? Is it Senegalese or
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
People like they keep going back and forth. They talked about Ghana being the best, and then yes, there was mention of Senegalese being
But for
really
me,
good.
Ghanaian jollof nails it.
I haven't had it. I've
I
had the
haven't had
Nigerian
it.
jollof.
I also
And it
had
was
Nigerian.
so hot, but it was nice. And you know when you but you
Yeah.
keep fucking.
You keep going back for more.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then there's Sombe from Rwanda.
Sombe
OMG.
stole my heart, held my heart, still
Yeah.
holds it. I need my heart back. It's so good.
Sombe is so good. And then Luwombo in Uganda.
Oh, anyway, you know what?
And when you talk about, by the now that we're talking about the different delicacies
Cuisines.
and things we have, I always find us Africans as ourselves, sometimes we are each other's enemies. Many a times we judge each other harshly. I know for a fact when I was
Stereotypes.
yes, when I did my uni in Nairobi, and most of my pastime was spent fighting Kenya.
Defending
I saw
Uganda.
someone,
Defending Uganda.
I saw a recent post about someone was posting about how she's been in Uganda, and I think she went to Fort Portal, and she happened to mention that the hotel where they were, I think, didn't have water. Oh my God, people went off on her. Oh, you
Really?
Kenyans always looking for something negative to say about
Did you see
Uganda.
chicken in Rwanda as well?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. I think they
Like,
almost
why do we do that?
I know. Sometimes it's an honest opinion, which is okay. We should be able to take honest feedback. But now there's things
But you
like
see, feedback from one experience, is that really?
it is feedback. It's your experience. It is how you have experienced it. But the problem
If
is
you went, for example, what I want to ask, if you went to, say,
One hotel in
and
in
you had a
South
bad
Africa.
experience, does that mean
The
what?
whole country's dead.
no, I guess
guys.
that's no. It's not.
Yeah.
You're right. You shouldn't generalize.
Yeah,
And over,
it's not fair.
Just be like, I went to this hotel, not nice. Put the review on the
The
hotel
other
page.
thing, Africa has the best beaches I have ever seen in my life. Zanzibar. Have you been to Zanzibar? Oh my God, the blue water, the white sand. I can't.
I used to think that some of that stuff was doctored. It's
know.
actually real.
It is. Even like white
I used to
sands.
think that these pictures were just enhanced somehow, that water can't be that blue
I know, right?
and sand can't be that white. Wow.
I'm so proud to be African.
So what Amanda was saying now, I'm so curious about the stereotypes. Like,
No, like when I was in
why-
Nairobi, I told you we were arguing all the time. They would be like, you Ugandans and your English accent. And in my head, I was so confused because you're not any better.
Why is it
We
so
are the
important? Why is it so important to speak English as an African?
Right? It's a colonial, we are all the
Colonial
same. We are all
mindset.
trying to speak this language the best we can. But we were judging each other to a point that
We should judge each other more on the Swahili. Ugandans don't speak
Yeah.
Swahili.
by the way, when I'm judged on the fact that I don't speak Swahili, I stay humble. Because honestly, it's something that bothers me also.
Yeah.
It really does.
me even my language. I've been trying to
Yeah.
listen to a lot of Randy's music so that I can pick up the words, and I think it's helping. I hope I haven't been to the
maybe I ought
field
to
yet
try.
Yeah.
to test it out.
I
But
hope to try.
do
For
feel
me,
like I
what
understand
plays
a bit
me
more.
is that having that moment where you're trying to translate something from a different language into
Yes.
another language.
Yeah.
And then you're just starting to look like you're glitching because you're
Yeah.
not saying anything. That really messes with me. Otherwise, I think practice. Just speak and don't be afraid to be laughed at and corrected. It's fine. But yeah, let's do better with that, even with our
Stereotype,
children.
yeah. The stereotypes. What were you saying about
As the
stereotypes?
stereotypes, I was trying to figure out like that. Why do we? Is it comforting to us to go back to them, to lean on? Oh, you're what? You're from West Africa. Oh, okay.
You're
Like,
Kikuyu, you love money. That's
yeah,
what I used to hear a
yeah,
lot of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do we do it to feel like we understand, like we know, like why do we, and how? What does it benefit us
Like the kneeling,
if we are trying
like
to
the
all
fact
work
that
together to come together to
That was
change the
another argument
narrative?
would
the
have
fact that
about kneeling. Like
Baganda girls, though,
Ugandan girls, your rights. You don't know your rights. You're always in there. I'm like, madam. This
that's
is
our
how we
way of
have chosen to
honoring,
express.
yeah, honoring our
Yes,
elders,
yes,
honoring,
respect and honor.
yes,
So what
yeah.
is the problem? People, we are a diverse culture. People, you like you cover yourself, you don't cover yourself. You have afro hair, you have short hair. Like it should be free expression.
I feel like
Afro soul.
that understanding is so deeply ingrained in us that it's what makes us so welcoming and so warm to people from the outside, because like we are so rich in terms of diversity,
Yeah.
right? So I really choose to appreciate that rather
Yeah.
than
So yeah, I think Africa is also Africa has also faced a problem of um, brain drain. The gifted people have left. I don't know if it's because of frustration. Some have sought opportunities there from school, and they've gotten better opportunities and have not come back home. So maybe we can do another call to the leaders to what can we do about that? How do we
Create
entice
opportunities in
people back
Africa.
home?
Yeah.
Or even like people say, I was watching a video actually on YouTube, and the gentleman was asking a guy who was getting married. It was a wedding. The guy was giving a speech, and he asked him, "I want to pay for your honeymoon. Where do you want to go?" And the gentleman was like, "Dubai, Dubai." He was like, "Dubai." He's like, "No, I'm going to give you money
To
to
spend.
spend here in Uganda. You have to build Uganda."
Yes, boo boo.
by Uganda.
I think that ties in together with the conversation on setting up and establishing the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's easier to move within Africa, there are opportunities in other countries. We have very good doctors in Uganda.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's a hospital that has been constructed in Rwanda, there should be that free movement of labor within the continent. Instead of spending our skills out there, we get a very good education in the Western world, and then we give them more money and more skills staying abroad.
And
No.
they need to also like hire more expatriates that are African.
Yeah, let's bring back the skills to Uganda.
Yeah.
Let's bring back the skills to Africa.
Yeah.
As we wrap it up, our viewers, I hope you enjoyed the conversation about Africa and what Africa has to offer, what our leaders can do to make it better to be African and make it easier for us to do business within Africa, to move around the continent, to enjoy what it has to offer, the culture, the diversity of people.
And to be
Join in on the
proud,
conversation.
proudly
Tell us
African.
what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you. Until you next time.